Hello, I'm John Foxington of Tunnel West. I'm having a control adventure. I'm going to find the Hotline object of power. And I was going to use the controller again. The controller. Where am I going though? It's only one button that's not working, but it is. Possibly the most important button. Maybe I can... The problem is, left bumper is probably going to do something else. I just like the force feedback. Okay. Shouldn't remind me that that's the... Shouldn't surprise me that that's the way to go. Oh, I didn't even know there was a bar. Right. How do I get upstairs? Got to make sure I don't miss any cool stuff while I move onwards. I'm trying to do this in such a way that it doesn't get caught. Doesn't bode well for this controller. That's a shame. Yeah. That was me quickly switching to the mouse. Which we may have to resort to when I get this controller fixed. Got another one. Just not here at the moment, I lent it out. The Bud summary. Might be fixable. Okay, hiss elevated. Hiss elevated and agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies. What? Competencies? I don't think I know that word. Some prefer to charge their targets while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the hiss elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except for their own paranatural abilities. Some hiss elevated have been seen levitating or strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? Is it possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption? It is also worth considering that the hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts. Refer to the redacted for the full report. The Butt summary. A spate of disappearances was traced to the home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at redacted, which had been connected to a total of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house. Redacted days later, found in a sealed room by the Rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butt's home closet disappeared during the incident. Butte, Montana, 1992. Or 17. So, I know there's an internet thing called... I've forgotten it now. There's like a supernatural website that people are really big fans of. It's essentially a short story website, but it's full of these kind of weird happenings. Hang on.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Very professional, Tomasi.
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms.
Okay, so I can do... Oh, I thought I could do that. Never mind, I can't. Okay, it seems to work if I full... I mean, I can just use this, but that doesn't help me throw things. Okay, we've got his ID. Tomasi Alberto. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed.
The hiss got him.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been
A hotline chamber.
The hotline can't be far now.
Near it ringing. Hotline chamber. Oh, look at the pictures. Okay. These are the visitors that checked in. Mainly Director Trench, but sometimes Bill Everett, who's a custodian. That's a janitor, right? And Carol Bishop, who's also a custodian. Interesting. Love the use of lighting.
Been here before? No.
So I wasn't expecting that to... I wish I...
Stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like... all of them. Like something recognized from a dream.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I looked in it properly. There's the inverted pyramid. Some symbols I don't recognise.
Hello? Anyone here?
Is it worth pulling the light switch then investigating? Hmm. What am I doing? I'm not sure what to do. We've got some spooky noise before. I'm just supposed to traverse this place. I'm being dumb, I know I am. I'm not seeing anything I can click on. It might be because the controller's not showing something, or more likely I'm just being dumb and missing something obvious. Something happens. Pretty sure that unlocks something. John, there's literally only been one door that's been locked. What's it unlocking? It's doing a clunk noise, so something's going on. That's literally just the light on and the light off, isn't it? What does that say? Major... Okay, Ocean Motel and Casino entry point. Catalyst light switch. The law of three applies. Ritual attunement required. Agent must orient and anchor motel to their personal frequencies. So free... Okay, it's that door. What's in this room? I'll try the mouse just in case. I'm being dumb. I like, because I. That door's locked, yeah. Oh, you idiot.
The key has a black pyramid on it.
Oh, pretty simple puzzle that I made look really hard. Check the other room. You know what? Like, the other dumb thing was... I was looking at the light and not the room. What's in the first room, man? We checked in there. It's because I could only hear that door opening. I was being dumb. That looks like me. 2 more times. And 3rd time's a charm. New challenge. I'll do this with the mouse. The hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. Ja, ska jag typ. That seemed foolish. Haha! Didn't see the floor then. We obviously want to avoid. I say obviously I clearly died several times learning that information, but how do I get there? Oh yeah, she can pull herself up.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
Oh dear.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I
Just
need
an
to get back
echo
to Emily.
of an echo of an echo. We have collectibles. With the hotline, objects should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Object is a 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs redacted. The object allows the director to communicate with the redacted. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. The director, Northmore, was the first known bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests was run on the object, including redacted and redacted, but its origin remains unknown. So... What is this then?
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth, and no one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised?
Well, we better watch all of these.
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a rain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline. A director needs a team.
Okay, we saw that one.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us.
Okay.
We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
Should we save those two for later?
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the butt home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel in Casino. Discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file MOT-01. The key opened the door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they had only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. It's just an upside down triangle. A pyramid's a 3D object. After pulling another motor cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the homeowner and the other locals of Boot have been attributed to the light switch cord. Ocean New. It's always Ocean New. It's a typo. Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords, the one found in the Boot home, has begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, redacted light cords have been found in the oldest house, located in the redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is redacted, but initial hypothesis center on the Boot AWE as a redacted, see Darling presentation. I think I should have gone there, boy. To all executive staff, I know there is some concern regarding our operation exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from the scrutiny in many regards. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the US Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. His body's gone. I probably didn't need to go this way. Oh, this is what I was looking for. Yo! Also, John, you can teleport. Yeah, I forget.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms? The hiss? Sorry. You made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
When I've investigated this room. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss has revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Fadden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she's been corrupted, but her behaviour is so in contrast with that of the other Hiss that I have dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Miss Fadden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seemed to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss. More work to be done. Refer to the file. Redacted. A full report.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the Hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
It's a lot of red. Okay. Unknown caller has been done. Okay, upgrade and unlock the abilities from the nearest control point. Board countermeasures are now available as the nearest control point. Hang on, what? I do not have any board countermeasures. Okay, count. Energy boost. I'll keep it the health.
Hi, Jesse.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
SCP.
Without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay.
So I remembered it now. SCP.
This trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
So I think the gun, you're not allowed the gun.
I will.
Only the director can have the service weapon.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this? Got it. Thanks.
Okay, what? Have we even heard that term before? HRA. Okay, yes we have.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Okay, I mean, this is really cool.
Thanks, Emily.
I guess I'm about to let you go.
Question soon.
So,
Just let me know.
that pattern is the same pattern as her mysterious friend. Or, I don't know if that's me or not. Is that the design for it? So I don't actually know...
Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Don't actually know how you save.
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
That would be the janitor.
Incantation, as she calls it.
You mean like in person?
In person, with a pencil and paper. I think she's trying to get us killed.
Right. We have some... lots of things that we need to check out. I'm going to do that at the start of the next episode. But I'm hoping I can quit the game here. And that it's saved. How do I know when the last checkpoint was? You know what? I haven't done that much. Let's quit the menu. This shape here. If I continue game, well, there's also mission select. Unknown corner. You can continue game. Oh, I just want to see where it takes me. But I'm going to let you go. I've been John Fox and John West. I've been having control.